Ein Mann. Boom, guys. We're here with RICO EICHELBERGER, who made 10th place at French Open 2025. With over 800 players, he managed to play his
Snake Eye deck.
Snake Eye deck, yeah. So tell us a little bit about your deck and why did you play it?
Okay, so before I go into the deck, I shout out UG Academy. Take a look into it. We have definitely so many ways to improve your playstyle, to improve your decks, and just to get better at the game. It's not only just us telling you what to do. You can play with us, you can test with us, you can see our list. We have masterclasses, everything is so much value for not a lot of money. So definitely take a look at it, and you will do way better for the next tournament for sure.
Yeah, cool.
So the deck I played, it's basically what every good deck did for the last couple formats. It plays multiple engines in one deck. I played these engines before. I played at the Oasis Niagara, I think that's where I made top 16 with the deck as well. And with the recent semi-limit of Ash and Poplar, I was kind of motivated to try it again, and I honestly feel like it's a very good contender. And it's just so fun. It's like the current format, current state of the format. It's very weird, and I feel like whoever knows their deck best and whoever knows how to pilot it well, they will do well automatically, which definitely showed today. Starting with the cards I played, the Snake Eye cards were very obvious: 2 Ash, 2 Pop. And there's actually some cool one-card combos with this card. Not one card, you have to pair with something else. But this brings you into the Snake Eye engine. This brings you into this again. This also brings you into Asamina and stuff. So it's very cool. You're gonna see it in the masterclass on UG Academy. Then play the 1 Oak and the 2 mandatory bodies. I think this card is mandatory, because it helps you so much play through so many different things. It's an extra body. It places it's 2 cards basically. So this sums itself as a body, and it places something in the spell trap zone, which you can send away for this, send away for Diabellstar, send away to summon the Doom Dragon. This card, I feel like it got so much better with the Doom Dragon now than the 2 Snake Eye spells. You play this for the combos. Very cool combos. So Snake Eye Ash basically is full combo again. Uninterrupted, it's 7 interruptions, I think. 7 layered interruptions even. And this card is just very cool. The second bonus effect to banish it in the end phase and bring something out is also it never came up during this tournament, but it's something you're gonna have in mind, that it's just a little bonus, and sometimes it brings you back into a game. Definitely remember it. Then the 2 spells, 1 for 1, Bonfire. Unfortunately only 1, but hey, I do not complain. I have 2 Ash and 2 Poplar. I haven't played 2 of these guys in a while. The second engine was 2 Black Witch, Hollowed, 1 Deception, and the 3 Wanted. I feel like you want to play 2 of these, and I was playing 2 of these and 1 of these yesterday at the case tournament. But I talked to a teammate, and we figured that you probably rather have the body of this, especially also going second, than just hard drawing Deception. And I was very happy with it, so I felt good, felt correct. The third engine is Cash. Cash cards are so good right now. Also Unicorn helps you a lot with some combos. Unicorn Poplar is a very strong combo, and deck I feel like it's all about getting to combo somehow with some variations of card that you don't think, or your opponent doesn't think you're gonna combo, so they interrupt it wrong and they don't expect what you do, and you win because you have a lot of interruptions, a good follow-up. The follow-up in this deck is insane. It's unmatched with Flamberge bring back 2 guys, and Poplar search a spell, Ash search another Ash or whatever. That's just, nothing can beat that, let's be honest. I played 2 planets, sometimes I would love to have a third. This card, opening this card feels so good, but on the other hand, what I don't really like is opening like 3 cash cards, which happened to me once or twice, and it's very hard to win those games unless they kind of like they pop these, or they Fiendsmith in Paradise and one, then you summon the second cash body, but yeah, that doesn't happen too regularly to justify the third field spell.
Okay, so wasn't there any issue with draw?
Draw is a card. Draw definitely is a card. The good thing is, even if you get draw, you can activate this and use it as a free send for something like Ash or Oak. But yeah, definitely draw is a good card against my deck. I lost my feature match round 7 against Mistaken Arrest, which is basically draw but better go first.
Super draw, yeah.
Super draw. Yeah, I had a unicorn there, which I couldn't use because of the Mistaken Arrest. That was unfortunate, but in general, I feel like with the popularity of Malice, draw will get played less, and that benefits this deck for sure.
Okay, cool.
Then the Fiendsmith package was rather small. I didn't play Trap. I only played 1 track, 2 Engraver. It's all you need. Playing this makes every card live. So the only thing you don't want to see is like two normal summons, or having like these 2 in hand is not that funny. And this doesn't do too much as well because your Engraver is like stuck in hand. But I feel like this comes up not enough to justify a second tract. I think 1 tract is good. I mean, the engine does not evolve around these cards. You have so many strong engines, and the Snake Eye engines, they generate a lot of bodies, but you still want to see those regularly because every card of these is like Link 3. Every card of this alone brings you into a Promethean Princess. That also sends potentially like technically 2 bodies from the opponent, one with Engraver and the other one with the Desiree Link away. I don't have to tell you that Promethean Princess is good in this deck. So definitely mandatory cards, a mandatory engine or sub engine as you can call it, but I wouldn't go higher in this actually. Then the little amount of non-engine I played, I had to be super impactful and super good. So draw, I'm just a big fan of draw in decks that can kill very easily. So this deck is like an OTK machine, and if you draw them, they end on a small or half board. You just power through it. You eat interruptions for breakfast. Access Code is a good card. The second thing is, I thought with Fiendsmith not being hit, there will be a lot of Fiendsmith and a lot of Malice Fiendsmith variants. So this card even has some value against Malice. Against Rizel, I don't have to tell you that it's broken. I thought Mermail would be a bit more popular, so this card also is very good against Mermail, obviously. There's a lot of good matchups for draw, that's why I played it in the main deck, but some matchups I actually sided it out. Then, yeah, my next only hand trap was the Imperm. I only played 1 Imperm because I was playing the Thrust, and I wanted to have something to set if I have to use this in my turn 1. Second, this card was just insane. Like, 1 Imperm is enough. I mean, I don't play it too necessarily as a hand trap. I just want to have it as target for this, so this card is not dead, or this card does not have to set whatever follow-up you want, which sometimes can be cringe. So actually, I think I never activated this from hand. I never activated this card from hand. I think I said it twice when I went first because I drew it. And yeah, it's a great card, don't have to tell you that. Obviously played the Talents. Talents in this deck is so crazy. Depending on what you have, you take to link it away, to gain value, to gain another body. You look at the opponent's hand to search for the second or last hand trap or whatever, so you know your play is gonna be safe. I usually don't draw with this card in this deck. I think, yeah, you don't really need the draws unless you really need engine, obviously. But if you have this thrust is so good in this deck because it can give you talents going second, it can give you track that's Fiendsmith Engine, it can give you Bonfire, that's Snake Engine, or if you normal already, it can give you 1-for-1 that's both like the engine you want, whatever engine. And with these 3 cards that cover every engine, except for Cash, maybe you can also justify playing like the Terraforming to go for Planet, but that's just, you lose to draw a bit harder, but at that point I don't know if you can care about that. The last 3 cards were droplets. I think these cards were the best non-engine I had this entire weekend. They felt so good. I've dodged so many things, and with this card you can play quick spells that you or like soften a spell trap zone, like open like free face-up cards. You can send for this, and sometimes it even benefits you if you send something. If your deception gets ashed and then you drop it, send it away, so the wanted can draw that you already have in graveyard, which you could not if you like couldn't get rid of the deception. That just feels very, very strong in this deck, and yeah, I think this was probably the MVP of the weekend. It's clean 40 cards. You don't want to go higher than 40 because you want to see your Ash. You want to see the limited copies of these cards you have. I'll also see like a good mix of engine and different engines, maybe 1 or 2 non-engine. That's why I think 40 is definitely the way to go in this deck.
Alright, coolly. Then let's go to the extra deck.
The extra deck is insanely tight. I had to cut so many things I didn't want to cut. I would play, I think I said this for the last couple deck profiles that I want to play 20-25 extra deck cards, but you have to decide. I play Access Code over this Atlantis Raging Phoenix line because you have to play this for the combo, and that's so you just rather play, like, at that point just play Access Code, so that only takes 1 slot to kill because this card is mandatory already, instead of Atlantis Raging Phoenix taking 2 extra slots, even though sometimes I wished I had them, or especially Raging Phoenix. Then the Fires, the Princess, Phoenix, Hida. Yeah, I usually side this out going first for something you're gonna see in the side deck. But apart from that, this card is so good. Discarding Flamberge is my favorite thing to do, unless it gets called by it. Shout out to Landon Oliver. Yeah, this card is so good at forcing out stuff so the rest of your hand can go through. Then the end board piece, IP that turns into the SP. Obviously you needed the Anima. This card has some cool things. It's a spellcaster for Celine. It turns pop into, like, sometimes you just need the pop in the spell trap zone. Funny enough, people don't play on their own Anima that much anymore, so this card actually gains some value stealing cards. And even funnier, the card you equip to Anima can be used for summon Doom Dragon. So this card has multiple ways to generate a lot of value in this deck. Then the Fiendsmith cards I played with this Justice, no Necroquip, no Caesar, no Agnum Day. Yeah, the most important ones, like actually the cards you cannot like not play, even though I would have loved to play more. Yes, Chaos Angel also is a good card I would love to play. Then the Doom Dragon, sometimes I would even want to play 2 of these. This card is absolutely insane. It helps your combos. It's so good going second. It's just probably one of my favorite cards in the game right now. It's just so fun to play. Nobody sees it coming. You have like 2 cards in Spell Trap Zone. People don't know this card, or don't know the deck, don't expect it. And you just go put a 3k body on the field that places something, and it just OTKs so fast, so easy with this card. And then the 2 Azamina fusions. Nothing to say about these. They're mandatory. Yeah, very, very good. Then the side deck. Lancia to respect Malice. I did face 3 Malice this tournament, and Lancia definitely is a good card against it, especially because you can Flemberge place it back from the graveyard and then summon it out in the opponent's turn, have it alive again, so you can kind of recycle it, which is very, very cool. But honestly, I feel like if you're at that point of having Flemberge that can bring stuff back, you should be winning already. Then the Fuvas, they're mainly there for stuff like Mermail or stuff where you need the hand traps and need to scare them especially. But yeah, I don't know. This card as a 6th card is just so bad. And this card you can kind of generate value because you can use it for Witch or tribute it for Deception, or just normal summon it. But yeah, in this format, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the Drummies. What I'm a fan of is Breakers. These cards were obviously super good this weekend. That for the last couple events I played these, they're just very mandatory against so many decks. Also, especially because there's so much variance right now, these cards get way better. Then the Floodgate. It's not a Snake Eye deck without Floodgates in the side deck. Cut these to 2, I didn't play Anti-Spell. I would have loved to play them, but with siding patterns, these just were the mandatory ones. And yeah, I think I actually only had this once, and it wasn't neat because I had draw anyways. But apart from that, in theory, they're very, very, very good. Then the last cards is this. I side out the Phoenix going first for this. This lets you play through draw. Very good interruptions. Also very cool to like get the spell trap pop sometimes for Rabbit by summoning Azaroon. And Azaroon has very, very good value against Malice. Like if they have 3 bodies on the field, 2 or 3 bodies on the field, what they want to do? Do they want to commit to a link? They just go so neg if they commit to a link. They can't beat over it. And against Ryzel, I don't have to tell you how good this card is if they play like 4 decks. That was it for the deck profile. Definitely huge shoutouts to the Team United Ghosts. Shoutouts to the boys I traveled with, Sven, Neo, Almaty. Congrats to Almaty to his very, very good record and 3rd place. Crazy. Go check his deck profile for sure. Shoutouts to Neo especially, to help me with the deck a little bit last night. Yeah, shout out to Jordan for this. I appreciate it. He gave me this, and this is like Field Center token. Use it for everything this weekend. Very cool. Thank you for watching the deck profile. If you have any questions, let me know either in the comments down below or United Ghosts Metafy.
Yeah.
And apart from that, yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Rico. And check out our Metafy link in the description. And see you later.